My name is Isaac Millman. I am the author of the Moses series. This is Moses Goes to a Concert, Moses Goes to School, Moses Goes to the Circus, and Moses Sees a Play. In a few minutes, I will read Moses Goes to a Concert. But first, I want to tell you how the idea of the Moses series was born. I was in a concert hall with my wife, waiting for a performance, and as I was waiting, I read the program and noticed that the soloist that evening was deaf, so which was very surprising since it was a concert. On the stage, in the back of the stage was the orchestra, many musicians with different instruments, of course, and in front was a row of percussion instruments. There were drums, tom-toms, and so on, of different size and different shapes. So the performance began, and the soloist came on stage, and she began darting from one instrument to the other, banging on each, and she was in bare feet. And in order to follow the conductor and the orchestra, that was the purpose of, since she was deaf. So at the end of the performance, we went home, my wife and I went home. A few weeks later, I was watching a program on public television, PBS, and the program was about 3 individuals, if I recall, who were handicapped from a young age or from adulthood, and they had overcome their handicap and gone on to successful careers. The third individual was a lady who I recognized as the woman, the percussionist, who my wife had seen that evening in the concert hall. She was not deaf originally, and she explained that when she was 12, she became very ill, and when she got better, she had lost her hearing. So she learned American Sign Language, which is ASL, and went on to become a very well-known percussionist. And when I went home, I thought about it and decided to write a book about a character called Moses, a children's book, and that was when the Moses series was born. So now that I've told you how I came about writing the 4 books, I'm going to read Moses Goes to a Concert. Moses plays on his new drum. He can't hear the sounds he is making because he is deaf, but he feels the vibration of the drum through his hands. He has taken off his shoes so he can feel it through his feet too. Then there's a panel that Moses signs. I play the drum. Today, Moses is going on a field trip. His teacher, Mr. Samuels, is taking him and his classmates, who are all deaf, to a young people's concert. As the children climb onto the bus, they wonder what is inside Mr. Samuels' black bag. A big surprise, signs Mr. Samuels. Then Moses on the side signs. The teacher has a big surprise. On the bus, Moses signs to his friend, John, my parents gave me a new drum. John signs back, I got one too. Then Moses on the side signs, my friend. Children from all over the city are coming to the concert. Moses and his friend John wait for their class to get off the bus so they can go inside together. Mr. Samuels leads them to their seats in the first row. Across the stage, in front of the orchestra, are all the percussion instruments. Children, the percussionist is a friend of mine, signs Mr. Samuels. What's a percussionist? Anna signs back. A musician who plays an instrument, such as a drum, cymbals, even a piano, replies Mr. Samuels. Then Moses signs on the side, a loud musical sound. A young woman walks onto the stage. Everyone stands up and applauds. Some of Moses' classmates wave instead of clapping. The percussionist smiles and bows to the audience. Moses on the side signs. We wave and applaud. She has no shoes, Moses signs in surprise. The teacher smiles and signs. She's deaf too. She follows the orchestra by feeling the vibrations of the music through her stocking feet. Then Mr. Samuels takes 11 balloons out of its black bag and hands one to each of his students. Oh, what beautiful balloons, Anna signs. Hold them on your laps, signs Mr. Samuels. Then they'll help you feel the music. Moses signs on the side. 11 beautiful balloons. The conductor turns to face the orchestra and raises his baton. The percussionist strikes the huge gong and the concert begins. The percussionist watches the conductor and moves from one instrument to the next, striking each to make a sound. Moses and his classmates hold their balloons in their laps. They can feel the music as their balloons pick up the vibration. Moses signs, I feel vibrations. When the concert is over, Mr. Samuels has another surprise. He takes the children on stage to meet his friend, Mrs. Marjorie Elwin. She will tell you how she became a percussionist, signs Mr. Samuel. I became seriously ill at the age of 7, signs Mrs. Elwin. And when I recovered, I found out that I had lost all my hearing. I was deaf. What did you do then, signs Moses. My friends and I are deaf. The percussionist signs. I worked hard. My heart was set on becoming a percussionist, and I did. Now you can play on my musical instruments, Mrs. Elwin signs. Come with me, children. Anna plays on the marimba. Beverly strikes the triangle. Mark pounds the floor tom and the cymbal. Diane beats the tom-toms. John hits the snare drum, and Moses thumps the bass drum. David strikes the gong. Tommy and Susie play on the tubular bells, while Steve bangs the kettle drum and Maria plays the congas. Children, we have to go, Mr. Samuels announces after a while. Miss Elwin has to get ready for another concert. Moses and his classmates sign thank you, and they wave goodbye to Miss Elwin. Thanks, goodbye, signs Moses. On the bus, on the way home, Moses signs, it was so much fun. Moses signs, so much fun. That night, Moses tells his parents about the concert. Here is what he says. He signs, when you set your mind to it, you can become anything you want when you grow up. A doctor, an artist, teacher, lawyer, farmer, electrician, or an actor. I want to become a percussionist. And last is the American Sign Language hand alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and thank you for reading with me today.